Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily on City TV. Thank you so much for staying with us. And it's time for our cooking segment. And today we'll be looking at making summer panzanella salad. And we have with us Chef Ruby, who is the CEO of Chef Ruby's People's Food. We've not seen her in a long, long time, so it's a pleasure to have her. Throughout our conversation, use the hashtag Breakfast Daily and our WhatsApp line 0550-585-883. So if you have any questions. Good morning, Chef Ruby.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am very good.
I've not seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
We have been up to everything. It's literally, we're like in a quarter of the year. So much has happened already in 2021.
Yeah.
We're grateful. We are healthy. We are in business. And we are trying to help people to even just do better by eating healthy and making sure the food is interesting for them at the same time.
Speaking of interest, this is really colorful. What are we looking at?
I mean, what I love about this particular salad is a summer salad. And like I've always said, summers are all about colors, moods are really good. And my salads, I always like texture. You know that. I like crunch, I like colors because we eat with all our senses. We eat with our eyes. We see something that is attractive. We want to eat it. We want to taste it. We want the sound, all the crunch in it and everything else. So today I brought an array of beautiful vegetables, some cucumber, locally grown. I brought some asparagus, which is not from here, but it's quite a good texture because sometimes you need to just look at some different things in your salad. I brought some carrots. I've done some toasty, crunchy croutons, some tomatoes. We got some onions. We got some avocado. Avocados are in season, so it's really, really good time.
I love avocados.
To just indulge in them. We got radish, and it's a really nice pinky color.
Okay.
And you can really get it here lately as well.
Nice.
We got eldermami beans, which I've taken out. We got some capers as well, and olives. This particular salad, very good for vegan, for vegetarian, and everything else.
Okay.
I also did bring extra some crispy smoked bacon.
Nice.
Because sometimes, when a lot of people are trying to not eat so much protein, what could be really good is just get some very little flavor just to get into it and everything else. And like I've done it, the thing with this salad is always in the preparation. Some cucumber in there.
Just pour the whole thing in there.
Pour the whole thing in there. We even if you have like a bowl that's perfect, you just build it up.
Okay.
So
and I see that you took off a little bit of the green.
Definitely.
Or you kept some as well, so you
I
mixed
peeled
both.
it.
Okay.
Because me personally, I like cucumbers that are peeled. And I like them, the baby ones. I find them more flavorful.
Okay, than the big green ones.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So as you can see, I'm building my colors.
Yep. Lots of onions.
Lots of onions. And then every time I try to put more different colors into it. Okay. So if the bowl was clear, you even see the layers of what?
They're looking at it.
We're looking at some avocados
as well.
And all I've done is just peel them and cut them to the size I want. Okay. Literally. Now I get the sort of the extra greens that's a little bit special. Okay. So asparagus is in there. We got some radish. Ooh. Look at the thing already. I mean, if you want to eat colors, you got some.
It doesn't get any better than this.
You got some olives in there.
Wow.
And I always put the toast croutons last because the trick with it is that if you don't put it last, it's bread.
So it
will get soggy and things like that. And then you have fun.
Wow.
This is a bit of I like. You can get everybody in there.
The family involved.
Doing this. And you could do this, put it aside, don't dress it. And then when you actually have your guest,
then you put everything on it.
You start to dress it up.
Okay.
I put capers in there because the thing with capers is actually quite salty. Okay. And I like a little bit of the liquid of the capers as well in there. Okay. Because it gives you this acidity that is like it's needed. It gives it a really nice sharp end to it. So I put some capers in there. Note I haven't put the bacon on it yet because I think it's more of a preference.
Okay. Some people may not want it.
Exactly. And in this particular recipe, it doesn't require it. Okay. So we'll put it on it as a garnish when it's needed.
And of course, what do you have in here?
I have some mustard. I have olive oil.
Okay.
I also have some sunflower oil.
Wow.
I have lemon juice and I have basil.
Wow.
And literally how I did this is I put everything in there and then I shake. If you have a bottle, dressings are so easy. Just put everything in the bottle
and then shake
and
it.
shake
and then
it,
you're done.
and you got a dressing. And what I like is now you get like a pack of basil for 2 cedis, and it will literally do about a 2-liter dressing.
Wow.
And things, and you just have this in your fridge. At home, I have so many dressings in my fridge because I think when you make them, they last.
Yeah.
They really
And they're
last.
healthier.
And stuff. Let me smell this.
Ooh.
It's so fresh. It's so fresh.
Really, really fresh.
And we just put this in it. It's just lovely and very much a summer food. And
Wow.
like if you now, I wanted people to think, oh, you know, I'm going to work.
The office and...
I'm going to the office. So what do I do? You know, Chef Ruby, this thing looks very nice. But what you can actually, that's why I actually brought
you
this
can put it in your mason jar and call it a day.
You could just put it in a jar like this.
Wow.
Put a lid on it. If
And then
you
you're
are like
done.
me, who might want a little bit of bacon,
Just put the bacon on there.
you put your bacon on top of it. You just give it a cover. And then you keep your croutons, like I said, if you're going to the office, you keep your croutons separately.
Okay.
And that. And then you're good to
You're
go.
done.
And then
So
this is a
beautiful.
beautiful salad. It's got a lot of crunch.
What are the nutrients we're getting from just this bowl of goodness?
What it is I think now we've been very lucky because a lot of our farmers have adapted into growing quite a lot of vegetables, some new really quirky ones, and they are everywhere and they're affordable. I think 4 years ago, if you looked at these things, they were really sort of like, oh, this foreign veg coming in and everything. Yeah. Now you get the cherry tomatoes, the cucumbers and stuff. And packaging is also improved greatly. So you go out there and people are looking at not always going for the plastics as well. So you have something that is glass. Sometimes you have a lot of this biodegradable packaging as well. So even if you want to eat healthy at home, you could get a biodegradable bowl.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it's a 50 in a pack, so that every day you are able to sort of put your lunches in there and take it to the office, and it's quite good. So I think, you know, the idea that there's sometimes, depending on where you are, it can be quite difficult to get what you want. And I think if you want to take care of your own health, one, you need to know what is in your food. Yeah. Be expected. People say they're going on a diet and then they're relying on the fact that they will be buying food outside. Yeah. It cannot always be. You have to understand what is in your food first, or you have to get somebody that you trust to do your food for you. So I have a lot of clients that we do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We juice for them. We make their salads. We do their dinners, a lot of grilled fishes and things like that. Because they trust that we have the expertise, the food people, to be able to actually do these things for them. So if you don't have that trust in some company or somebody to do that for you, then you owe it to yourself to learn these things from programs like this. And it is literally, unfortunately, it can't be one of those, because normally when I go down the road, I just pick up something for, you know, very small money and it's quick. But is that good for you? Yeah. Literally, because this thing that we're saying, avocados are in season, so they're reasonable price. Tomatoes they are okay in season at the moment. You might not even need to put asparagus on this particular salad. You can look at it and say, I had a roast squash left and I'm going to put it in there. Salads are all about anything that's colorful, that is crunch. The one thing I would say though is...
Let's look at the ingredients.
Sure.
Quickly. What are the ingredients we have here?
So you have the tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, I always prefer them for salad. The whole thing with tomatoes in salad is they need to be absolutely crunchy and fresh, and that really helps. So with tomatoes, make sure you buy it from the right source. Okay. It's super important that the tomatoes are from the right source. Okay. Because a lot of these vegetable growers, some of them are not doing the right things. Okay. So you can actually get ill if you don't buy from the right source. Okay. You have cucumbers, which is in there. And equally, like I said, I prefer cucumbers to be the baby ones. They just tend to be more juicier. Okay. And they're more flavorful. You have red onions, and
Okay.
I normally use red onions a lot because
And they're affordable.
they're
here.
very
you get plenty
affordable.
for 2 cities or 5 cities.
I have carrots in there. This particular one, the carrots I brought today, I blanched it a little bit, meaning I cooked it a little bit.
Okay.
Because sometimes with the sauce, you have to be very careful when you're eating raw carrots.
Okay.
So for me to be safe, in this particular salad, it worked for me to blanch it, to make sure that it's cooked out, literally.
Is that the only one that was blanched, or there? Because I think that some of the greens.
So the asparagus are not advisable to eat raw.
Raw, okay.
I mean, so you have to cook it anyway.
Okay.
So because the asparagus was already cooked, so it was better for the carrots
add it
also
on.
to be cooked.
Okay.
And I had enough crunch that I didn't need them to be crunchy as well.
Okay.
And things. So then we had eldermami beans, which is, I like it a lot because it's one of those things that you can pop it and you could just be eating it raw like that. It's
Nice.
a beautiful, beautiful beans for that to you.
Okay.
Avocado, like we said, it's in
It's in
season.
season, so it's
Full
not
of
that
vitamin
expensive.
E, good fat
Yeah.
for you. So avocados are something that I think it should be in all salads. I love avocados. I think
Always need to have one in your
instead of
kitchen.
having all these oil things, you
Just
replace
use
it with
avocados.
avocado.
Okay.
You have the olives, you have the capers as well in there, and then you have the radish, which was the pink.
Yeah.
Like, the radish is a good crunch for you.
Okay.
It acts as a good base for a salad because of the fact that it just absorbs anything.
Yeah.
It's like it in itself is not that flavorful, but anything you put on there, it kind of
It
takes
absorbs
on
it.
that particular thing. And then the dressing as well. If you look at the dressing, you have basil, which is fresh. The lemon in there, which is fresh.
Olive oil.
Exactly. And then obviously, for those of us that can't have the bread, you are doing the croutons, which adds a extra crunch to it.
Okay.
So it's a very simple salad, but beautiful to eat.
I mean, and if
Beautiful
you're
to
going
eat.
to work, you just pick up a beautiful glass of goodness, and then you're good to go. Some people think salads are a side, but you can actually have this as a main meal, and you'll
definitely.
be so full because you have
Definitely.
everything that you need in here. You have your carrots, you have your onions, you have your tomatoes, you have your cucumbers, you have everything in there. And if you don't necessarily want the bacon, you can just sprinkle some tuna on it and call it a day. But that's not
Exactly.
mandatory. But as you can see there, it's beautiful. I know people are at home and in their offices and, praying to get one. So Chef Ruby, where do we contact you if we need
You
help
can
making
definitely
this, or if you want you
get
to make
us
it
on
for us?
Instagram.
Okay.
We are Chef Ruby's Food People. Facebook, we are there as well. And we are Chef Ruby's Food People. And with corporates, we do these things for them that we deliver to them so that people
Nice.
can actually eat healthy food.
Okay.
So if you do get in touch with us, our phone number is 020-639 2311, and you can follow us on all social media. You can place your order. We will deliver healthy food to you. That is what we're more interested in. At the moment, we're doing a lot of preparing ourselves for Mother's Day and a
Nice.
gift, and people want to give their mother something different. So that is also going on. And I think with COVID, this year, you've got to celebrate your
You
mum
have
in
to.
a
You have to.
different way. I mean, your mum deserves a Chef Ruby hamper or something like that.
They do.
Because
And the
it
hampers
is-
are beautiful.
it is literally the most incredible last year that we have been through.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to spoil my mum rotten because it is, this is the mothers that are praying for us. They are, I know that my mum calls me regularly. We're talking, she's in there. And even the stories that they're able to tell us just to calm us down.
Yeah.
Because we're going through theirs, but their generation, they're going through whole different things. Yeah. So it's definitely, no matter what you do this year, wherever your mum is, or anybody has been a mum to you, make sure
Celebrate
you appreciate them this particular year.
I think we'll bring you back for DIY, so you show us how to do the nice hampers, because
Oh,
our viewers have
definitely.
to see your hampers to appreciate.
We have
How
to, and it can
beautiful
be
they are.
something very simple. I think it's the thought that goes in it that matters. You look at what your mum wants and what type of person she is. Some mothers, like mine, is very much flowers. You cannot do without her flowers and her card and all those things. And then just something beautiful that you have used your hands to do. Mama will be very appreciative for that.
Let's run through the ingredients one
Sure.
last time, Chef Ruby.
So we brought in tomatoes, we did cucumber, we did carrots, we did red onions, we did edamame beans, we have done some croutons, we done radishes, we done asparagus as a something special, capers, olives, cherry tomatoes. This is just an array of beautiful summer colors that we want to just put in one bowl and crunch on it. And then we've done a beautiful dressing, which is with lemon. We have mustard in it. We have basil. We actually also have like fresh basil chopped up in there as well. Some olive oil I use, and sunflower oil. The reason why I do the combination is if you do olive oil alone all the time with dressings, it can be very strong. Actually, it can be not nice at all. So it's better to break it up with some sunflower and some olive oil. Olive oil by itself on a dressing, perfect. But in a salad by itself, it can, in a dressing by itself, it can be very strong. And it's absolutely two combination, even our granite oil. But the whole thing is, with the avocado in there and everything, what you want to do is do a dressing by very little. Because there's no point being good to yourself and cover this crazy in oil. So you use the right oil, but the whole thing, the trick is no more than like a tablespoon of dressing should be enough for any salad and stuff. Other than that, you defeat the purpose of
By
doing
just
it.
putting all these mayonnaise and all these things.
Mayonnaise is no
That's
no
what
go
we all
area.
do in our dressings, just
No,
dump
it's no
mayonnaise.
go
And we're
area.
going to have a conversation about mayonnaise later. Thank you very much, Chef Ruby, for being with us.
welcome.
And what we did here was the summer panzanella salad. Okay, we have all the goodness in there. Go on to Chef Ruby's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter page for the entire ingredients. If you have any questions, you can go onto her page as well. She'll answer them for you. And if you want to have this in your home or offices, you can call them and they will deliver it to you. Don't go anywhere. Breakfast Daily will be right back. Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on City TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.